A Scottsbluff Public Schools Foundation effort to modernize elementary school playgrounds kicked off last week with a generous donation from Platte Valley companies. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, PVC Executive Vice President and co-COO Zach Karff presented Scottsbluff Public School Foundation and district officials with a check for $125,000 during a ceremony at Roosevelt Elementary Friday afternoon. Karff says the foundation's Play Strong program to upgrade playground equipment was a natural fit.
The foundation approached us about this project and a number of aging playgrounds and wanting to have a project that really helped a lot of different kids in the community. So very easy decision for us to be a part of. It promotes our community, us working together, also outdoor activities, healthy lifestyles, and just something that impacts so many kids in our community.
Foundation Director Beth Rohr says the upgrades, which start this summer at Roosevelt and Longfellow, will have a big impact on area youth.
The playgrounds at the schools are used during the summer, during the evenings, and it's just, it's good for our community.
In-town playground improvements will cost approximately $125,000, with the foundation and its donors funding $75,000 and the additional $50,000 funded by the district. Well, 16 firefighters responded to a wildfire incident within the Wildcat Hills yesterday afternoon. After a quick size-up, firefighters utilized progressive hose lays and implemented direct tactics along the fire edges. Forward progress was stopped and the fire was logged at just 1.1 acres. Fire officials say this serves as a reminder that even though we are in February, warmer temperatures and lower relative humidity can create opportunities that, if a fire occurred, it could become hard to control. We'll have more news right after this.
The journey of a dream becoming reality. When we're young, a dream develops into a passion. That passion continues to manifest and grows as you do. It becomes all you want to do and all you want to be. It gives you direction. It drives you. Then, your dream has become a reality. When that dream is ready to be reality, Platte Valley Bank will be with you every step of the way.
Back. Nebraska's governor used a news conference in Lincoln yesterday to promote his agenda of legislation that would cut taxes for seniors, individuals, and corporate taxpayers and property owners over the next several years. Joining Ricketts during the discussion with reporters were state officials, as well as residents explaining the impact the current tax climate has on their businesses and personal lives. Adam Cavan of Lincoln, who comes from multiple generations of Nebraska agriculture and owns a construction company, said the measure will help face challenges from inflation, low unemployment, and other issues.
This proposal won't fix every problem, but it's a big step in the right direction. It has the potential to change our lives. It would allow us to make some strategic investments in our own business, like hiring, developing our workforce. It'll give money back to Nebraska families, like my family, which I don't think is ever a bad choice.
Ricketts again said the excess revenues the state has been taking in recently are funds that need to be returned to Nebraska taxpayers, and approval of the measures he's supporting would do just that. Well, the city of Scottsbluff has started a search for the next director of the lead Scottsbluff Public Library. City officials confirmed to KNEB News that Aaron Aschenbrenner's last day in the post was last Friday, February 11th, but said they could not confirm Aschenbrenner's plans for the future. According to the city's website, the application period opened February 3rd and will remain so until March 18th. The opening is the third among higher-level posts in the city government, as a search for a human resources director started January 24th, and the Small Business Outreach Public Relations Coordinator position reopened for applications on January 31st. And Nebraska state government collected $45 million more than expected last month. The Nebraska Department of Revenue reported net tax collections of $495 million in January, which is 10% more than the state forecasted of $450 million. Nebraska reported higher than expected net revenues from individual income taxes and miscellaneous taxes, but lower than expected net receipts from sales and use and corporate income taxes. Tax receipts for the current fiscal year running about 3.7% higher than the state projection of $3.23 billion at this point of the year. Well, coming after the break, Bill Boyer in with your Tuesday evening forecast. I love that. Right after this on KNEB.TV News.
Western CPAP Supply has earned an impeccable professional reputation within the Wyoming and Western Nebraska region. Helping you get a good night's sleep is our passion. Our amazing team understands sleep disorders from a personal and professional level. We use CPAPs and BiPAPs too, and sometimes it just helps to work with people who share common ground. Our accredited CPAP supply company is approved by Medicare and Medicaid and is in network with every major insurance company in the region. Western CPAP Supply. We're here to help.
Are new windows from Renewal by Andersen a great investment? You're darn right they are. Did you know that for less than your cable bill or cell phone bill each month, you could have new windows from Renewal by Andersen right now? Do the math. Renewal by Andersen windows will likely cut your energy bills significantly. They will likely substantially increase the value of your home. They're a great investment. Please contact our team now and ask about our fantastic financing options with approved credit right now. Renewal by Andersen, a great investment? You're darn right.
Hydrozen. Unplug and recharge. What is Hydrozen? It's total body relaxation. It's total body recharge. It's floating weightless on water. Floating your aches, pains, stresses, and worries away. Hydrozen is a revolutionary new therapy using Epsom salt saturated water as a way to relax and rejuvenate your body. And it's now available in Scottsbluff. It is for most ages and has many benefits to the mind and body. Visit hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Well, we're all quiet here for a little bit before things turn a bit more active across the area. We should have snow showers breaking out across the area overnight into the early morning hours tomorrow, and probably be with us most of the day as snow's going to develop tonight, late tonight, and then through the day tomorrow. It's going to be much colder, but it'll be a brief cooler time. It's going to turn milder for the weekend, and then another maybe stronger system arrives on Sunday. 61 yesterday for our high. 61. Yeah, after a morning low of 18 degrees. Nothing in the rain gauge yesterday. We should get a little bit of moisture out of this system here over the next day or two. Here's temperatures right now. 50s across most of the Cornhusker State. In fact, all of those reporting areas are in the 50s. 38, though, up in Rapid City. There's that colder air just to the north of us. Lusk over to Chadron and Gordon in the 40s. Winds are out of the northwest at 5 to 15 miles an hour, gusting at times over 20 to 25. Well, as we get on the bus tomorrow, going to be dealing with some snow showers around the area. Temperatures in the upper 20s. And on the way home, well, how about that? Some more snow showers and temperatures in the upper 20s. Going to lower your drive to and home from school. Let's take a look at Futurecast. Here comes the snow in late tonight. By 9, 10, 11 o'clock, areas to the northwest start to see the snow. Then right about sunrise, I think, is when we're going to start to see the snow spread here across our region. Temperatures 20s overnight for lows. Now tomorrow, that snow starts to develop and move across the region. It's not going to be overly heavy in any one particular area, but enough that it'll pile up some snow off and on, heavier to the west and south, it looks like, with this system. And then as we get towards late tomorrow night into early Thursday morning, things start to clear out again. We said lows tonight in the 20s, highs tomorrow mostly in the 20s, and a few low 30s out there. And as far as snowfall goes, this is our latest snowfall predictions for you. We're going to lay down an inch to 2 at most, I think, for most of us. Maybe a bit more. Areas from Lusk down towards Wheatland, that area could pick up maybe 2 to 4 inches of snow. Pretty confident on this one. Here's our snowfall amounts by model. And as you can see, The North American model, the outlier there a little bit on the heavier side at about 3.5 inches of snow. The European model about 2.5, but meanwhile, some of the other models less than an inch. So somewhere in that 1 to 3 inch range. Looks like it's a pretty good bet. My guess is going to be somewhere in that 1 to 2 inch, closer to 1 for most of us. 27 tonight with snow showers developing late. Tomorrow, snow off and on. Periods of snow through the day, much colder too. Highs only in the 30s, about half of where we were today. Our 7-day forecast, we clear out. It's not going to warm up a ton on Thursday. We'll get windy to breezy Friday and Saturday, even into Sunday with temperatures back into the 60s. For President's Day, much colder. We fall down into the 20s. And then Tuesday of next week, looking at highs maybe only in the teens with lows below 0 and maybe a few snow showers around.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us. This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right. This bed is way too hard. It's perfect for me. This bed is way too soft. Just what I needed. This bed is just right. So come on over to Leaf Heads.
The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO. Earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. Every day. Everywhere. Never worry about expiring points or category restrictions. Plus, there's no annual fee. Only from the Great Big Small Bank. A bank ever ready for you to earn more, wherever life leads. Evergreen by FNBO.
This is KNEB.TV Ag News from the FNBO Ag Desk. FNBO, the Great Big Small Bank.
The 2022 Nebraska Dry Edible Bean Day was held on February 8th at the Gehring Civic Center. Dan Hinman, Nebraska Dry Bean Growers Association president, says they like to have the winter meeting as an update for growers.
This year, we talked water was on a lot of minds and some new issues there and changes there. So we brought a couple water experts in to talk to us. Also, the new topic in the bean industry was the revenue insurance, a new product that's going to have a pretty big impact. So had a good speaker and expert in that talk to us. And
along with the speakers and updates, the bean growers and elevators gave a donation of dry beans and canned food to Alliance's Community Table. Whitney Baldwin, volunteer coordinator for Community Table, says they will put the beans to good use.
We are all volunteer based, and so this will be great for our volunteers. We have a lot of people that come in and just use the food that we have there to prepare a meal and serve, and then if we have anything extra, we usually hand it out to our patrons or we give it to our local food bank so they can give it out. So food never goes to waste.
The Community Table started about 3 years ago and began small. Baldwin says when COVID hit, their numbers grew.
And we were serving about 300 people a day during that time. And then now that things have calmed down, we average about 50 to 55 a day from, little ones, toddlers, all the way up to, 70, 80 years old. This started as an in-between after summer school ended to make sure that the kids were getting food before they went back to school. And it started in the park. And what we found out is that we had a lot of people that were older that were coming, and that's where Community Table came in. And so we have a lot of people that have to choose between medicine and buying food.
The Nebraska Dry Bean Growers Association donated more than 200 pounds of dry and canned beans, along with monetary donations. To find out more on Community Table, to make a donation, or to volunteer, contact Baldwin at 308-455-9175.
The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO. Earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. Every day. Everywhere. Never worry about expiring points or category restrictions. Plus, there's no annual fee. Only from the Great Big Small Bank. A bank ever ready for you to earn more, wherever life leads. Evergreen by FNBO.
The Verizon family is full of frowns because they're spending too much for their unlimited data and phones, while the Viero family is all smiles because they're getting 4 lines of unlimited data with 2 free Apple iPhone SE for mom and dad and 2 free LG K31 smartphones for the kids, all for just $100 a month. They're saving so much, they're able to get Fido. Find out how you can too at Viero.com or your nearest Viero store. Viero Wireless, keeping you connected.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. First State Bank is now Riverstone Bank. Community strong with the same people you know and trust.
Swipe right, swipe left, endlessly searching. Finding the perfect match isn't always perfect, but it can be when it comes to finances. Nora found the perfect business loan. Jenny opened her first savings account. Grammy loves her checking account. We found a match for Wilson Farms. The Sandersons were matched with a mortgage. Regardless of your financial situation, Platte Valley Bank will match you with the perfect solution. Find your match at Platte Valley Bank.
And finally, tonight, students in the Scottsbluff High School esports program will be leveling up their equipment in time for this semester's competition season, thanks to the generosity of Allo Communications. Monday, the team unveiled new computers and a dedicated internet line exclusively for the team use, made possible by the company. The team will be starting their competitive season this month through the organization's Play VS and High School Esports League. Some 30 students at the high school take part in the local team that started last year as a club and now compete at 5 different online gaming platforms. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you back here on Monday.